paper shop. Look here, I'm the lady who spent half a crown in your shop last week. I bought a bag of confetti, some greaseproof paper, and a wall map. Do you remember me? Are you the gentleman with cotton wool in one ear and a pencil behind the other? You are. Oh, I want to change those little articles I brought from you. A stickle nib, a pin, a pen, yes. None of them are really very satisfactory. For one thing, the confetti was wet and came out in a lump. Really wasn't very nice for the bride. She says it couldn't have been more painful if it had been a bomb. In fact, it took us quite a time to bring her round again. Eventually, we had to use rice, and of course, that nearly stopped the wedding. You know, people rushing to catch it. As for the war bride, she's a washout. The war map, it's a washout. For one thing, the war's moved off it. No. Not your fault. Well, I mean to say it's someone's fault. I'm left with places here where there's nothing going on at all. Ipswich, why is something happening there? Oh, you mean it switched the war? Oh. But if you remember, I asked you for something that included all the belligerent zones. Yes, I want the Black Sea, the Red Sea, the Blue what? Lagoon, yes, if they have a... by the way, I don't like the way your trap opens your map opens and shuts. It's really most annoying to have to get on the floor and spread out the whole of China just to find Scunthorpe. Well, I mean, it isn't good enough. One hasn't the time. And can you tell me why all the important places should be always wedged in the seams? For instance... Well, for instance, oomph and skunk. I mean, we can't find either of them. The names have been changed. Skunk is now mink. Oh, yes. And oomph is where? In Hollywood. Oh, I'll tell Mr. Feather. He must have been looking for it in the wrong place. Quite frankly, we had to take a microphone to find small, and then it wouldn't join up with Ensk. As for your your proofscreen, your what? Oh, by the way, do you know that it isn't even coloured? The beastly thing's all white. I mean, it's so depressing. One doesn't want every place to look like the North Pole. Haven't you got something showing all the countries in their true colours? I mean, you know, Germany green, Italy yellow, and so on. That would be what? Giving information to the enemy. Oh, but... I mean, how can I follow the war if... Hello, are you listening? Like mad. Taken out your cotton wool. Oh, but you shouldn't have taken out your cotton wool, but that's very nice of you. What was I saying? Oh, yes. One can't even tell the rivers from the tramway line, the railway lanes on this map. There was I, imagining I was following the Volga with my finger, when suddenly I find myself in the goods yards at Ham.